In the year 2347, humanity had spread across the stars like wildfire. Colonies dotted distant planets, and Earth's reach extended far beyond its solar system. But with expansion came conflict. Conflict not just between rival factions of humans, but also with alien civilizations that viewed humanity as both a curiosity and a threat. It was during one such standoff that Captain Elias Voss uttered the phrase that would echo through history. "We're done talking." The starship Aegis, flagship of the United Terran Fleet, hung silently in orbit around Kepler 62F, an oceanic exoplanet teeming with life. Below them stretched endless seas, shimmering under twin suns, their waves hiding secrets older than human, civilization itself. The crew aboard the Aegis watched tensely as three massive alien vessels, each shaped like jagged obsidian shards, hovered ominously on the other side of the planet's atmosphere. For weeks, negotiations had been underway. Humanity sought access to Kepler 62F's resources, particularly its rare mineral deposits that could fuel interstellar travel for centuries. The native species, known only as the Kalith, were reluctant to share. They communicated through bursts of electromagnetic pulses translated into fragmented sentences by AI linguists. Their tone oscillated between cautious curiosity and outright hostility. Captain Elias Voss stood at the center of the bridge, his tall frame radiating authority. His weathered face bore scars from countless battles fought in defense of humanity's fragile foothold among the stars. He wasn't a man who enjoyed war, but he understood its inevitability when diplomacy failed. And today, it seemed failure was imminent. "They've rejected our final offer," said Commander Mara Lynn, her voice tight with frustration. She handed Voss a datapad displaying the latest transmission from the Kalith. Their message was clear: leave or be destroyed. Voss sighed deeply, rubbing his temples. "How many times have we tried explaining? We don't want to fight. We need what's here, not out of greed, but survival." Lynn shook her head. "They see us as invaders, Captain. No amount of reasoning will change their minds." Voss turned to face the viewport, staring at the swirling blues and greens of Kepler 62F below. For a moment, silence fell over the bridge, broken only by the hum of machinery. Then, with quiet resolve, he spoke. "Patch me through to their command. Channel, it's time we made ourselves perfectly clear." When the holographic image of the Kalith commander materialized before him, Voss felt a chill run down his spine. The alien's form was almost insectoid, with chitinous armor glinting under artificial light. Its multifaceted eyes glowed faintly, and its mandibles clicked rhythmically as it processed the feed. "This is Captain Elias Voss of the United Terran Fleet," he began, his voice steady despite the tension coiling within him. "You've refused every attempt at peaceful resolution. You've accused us of aggression without cause. Let me make this absolutely clear. We are not your enemies. But if you insist on treating us as such—" He paused, letting the weight of his words settle. The Kalith commander tilted its head slightly, awaiting the rest of his statement. "We're done talking." The reaction was immediate. The Kalith's clicking intensified, growing louder and more erratic. Its glowing eyes flared brighter, and the transmission ended abruptly. On the bridge of the Aegis, the air grew heavy with anticipation. Everyone knew what those words meant. A declaration of intent, a line drawn in the sand. "Battle stations," Voss ordered, his voice cutting through the stillness. "Prepare for engagement." As orders ricocheted across the ship, Lynn approached him. "Do you think they'll back down?" "No," Voss replied grimly. "But now they know where we stand." The eerie calm that followed was almost unbearable. For hours, nothing happened. The Kalith ships remained stationary, their weapons powered down. The Aegis and its escort fleet held position, waiting for the first strike. Crew members exchanged nervous glances, their fingers hovering over controls. Then, without warning, the Kaleth struck. Their attack was swift and brutal. Energy beams lanced through space, striking with pinpoint accuracy. 2 human destroyers exploded instantly, their hulls breached before they could even return fire. Alarms blared across the Aegis, and chaos erupted on the bridge. Evasive. "Maneuvers!" Voss barked, gripping the railing as the ship shuddered under enemy fire. "Return fire with everything we've got!" The battle unfolded like a symphony of destruction. Plasma cannons roared to life, sending torrents of energy hurtling toward the Kaleth vessels. Missiles streaked across the void, detonating against their impenetrable shields. Despite their advanced technology, however, the Kaleth were unprepared for humanity's tenacity. "Target their engines!" Voss commanded. "If we can disable them, we might force them to retreat." Lieutenant Harper, manning the weapons console, nodded sharply. "Firing concentrated barrage, sir." The combined firepower of the Aegis and its remaining escorts focused on a single Kaleth cruiser. The alien ship faltered, its propulsion systems failing. With one enemy vessel crippled, the tide began to turn. But the Kaleth weren't finished yet. From the depths of Kepler-62F's oceans, something emerged. Something colossal. Tentacles thicker than skyscrapers erupted from the water, wrapping around the disabled cruiser and dragging it beneath the waves. A deafening roar reverberated. Through space, audible even through the vacuum. "What the hell is that?" Lynn whispered, her face pale. Voss stared at the unfolding scene, his jaw clenched. "Whatever it is, it's not on our side." The creature, dubbed Leviathan by the crew, was unlike anything humanity had encountered before. Its body was a writhing mass of organic machinery, blending flesh and metal in grotesque harmony. Towering spines protruded from its back, crackling with energy. As it surfaced fully, its maw opened wide, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth capable of tearing through starships. "Divert all power to forward shields," Voss shouted. "We're going in." With reckless determination, the Aegis charged toward the Leviathan, dodging tendrils and debris. Weapons fired continuously, scoring hits on the monster's hide, but doing little to slow it down. Inside the bridge, tension reached a fever pitch. "We can't keep this up forever," Lynn yelled over the din of alarms. "I know," Voss replied, his eyes locked on the viewport. "But we have no choice." Just as hope seemed lost, inspiration struck. Voss remembered the data collected during earlier scans of Kepler-62F. The planet's core emitted unique electromagnetic frequencies that disrupted the Leviathan's movements. "Harper, target the planet's crust directly beneath the Leviathan. Use seismic charges to destabilize the area." Harper hesitated. "Sir, that could trigger a planetary catastrophe." "It's either that or we all die here," Voss snapped. "Do it!" Seconds later, the charges detonated, sending shockwaves rippling through the planet. The Leviathan let out a deafening shriek as its connection to the core was severed. Its massive form convulsed, then collapsed into the sea, disappearing beneath the waves. Silence returned to the battlefield. When the dust settled, the surviving Kaleth ships withdrew, their forces decimated. The Aegis drifted in orbit, battered, but intact. On the bridge, the crew sat in stunned silence, processing what had just transpired. Voss leaned back in his chair, exhaustion etched into every line of his face. "Tell command we secured the planet," he said softly. "And tell them. Next time maybe they'll listen when we say we're done talking." Far below, the waters of Kepler-62F churned uneasily, hinting at secrets yet to be uncovered. But for now, humanity had prevailed, not through brute force alone, but through ingenuity, resilience, and sheer willpower. Humanity, fuck yeah.